Texas Farmstead Living. On today's video, I am going to explain our chicken economy. I am going to show you how we get eggs, chicks, our chicken meat, fertilizer, and garden work done for free. Hi, I'm Caren with Texas Farmstead Living.
Mr. Rueffer and I hope to inspire, educate, and encourage you on your journey into living a healthy, fulfilling life. Over 20 years ago, when my 5 children and I moved from the city to the country, my goal was to produce everything we needed to live. Now 20 years later, we garden year-round, we raise chickens for meat and eggs, and one of my favorite things is we raise grass-fed genetic beef cattle for all of our beef, and we raise Jersey dairy cows for all of our handcrafted dairy products. Each week we create a video that will feature our recipes, how-tos, and seasonal tips that will help you on your homesteading journey.
Tune in and subscribe to Texas Farmstead Living on YouTube or check out our blog at texasfarmsteadliving.com. Today more than ever, it is important to produce our own food. Self-reliance and food security are goals we all should strive for. For the last 20 years, my family and I have been pursuing an agrarian lifestyle, focusing on acquiring the lost skills of yesteryear. On this channel, we really care about sharing our knowledge with you to help you move towards more regenerative and economical food systems. Today, I want to cover 5 topics of how this works for our farm. Why chickens? Raising chickens is economical. It takes little land mass. It is very inexpensive and provides lots of nutrition in just about almost any geographic location. I want to share with you some wisdom from my mother-in-law that grew up in North Texas with no electricity, and she grew up, working in the fields. And I want to share what she has to say about her food supply. So chickens were the easiest thing for her family to raise. Back in those days, you could only have beef when the neighbors collaborated and butchered a calf. And then you would have to process or preserve the meat immediately. And so they would, eat all they could, but they would have to can or submerge the cooked meat in lard or tallow down in the stone crocks. So the days, the convenient days that we have now that we can have roast on Sundays, she said that would have been non-existent when she was growing up. Chickens were definitely their main source of meat back in those days. Sounds to me that chickens are a very, very easy and economical food system that we all need to learn how to manage. The first topic I want to discuss is our expenses and our income. First, I want to share with you how we feed our chickens. We purchase about $2 daily of grains that we usually ferment. We purchase scratch grains and Milo, and if you want to learn how to do that, look back. We have a video on how to ferment grains for your chickens, and it is a wonderful thing because it reduces the quantity of grains you will feed your chickens about 1/3, and it adds tons of nutrition. We keep about 50 chickens. Some of them are at different stages. From the spring through fall, we always have roosters that we are getting ready to harvest, usually in November. Another thing we feed our chickens is we milk Jersey cows daily, and we clabber the raw milk. Then we'll skim the cream off of the milk for butter, and this clabber has lots of nutrition. It's a fermented food, and the chickens love it. They usually get about 2 gallons daily during the milking season. We don't factor in cost for this because we are milking the cows regardless. And the chickens are eating a byproduct of butter. So we consider this free food for our chickens. We get about 15 dozen eggs a week during the spring and summer. We have eggs all year except for December, January, and February. And during the winter, we do buy some complete chicken feed along with our fermented scratch grains. And we find it very easy to cover our costs for our chicken operation. Another factor is also if we have fruit or vegetable surplus for our chickens. Our chickens live in our orchard and they eat all of our fallen peaches and blackberries. And most people keep their chickens away from their fruit orchards, but we welcome them because all the fallen fruit invites pests, and the chickens keep these areas clean, under the trees. So this is a big factor that helps with the cost of feeding them. And actually the chickens get so full of peaches that they get burnt out. For income, we sell about each dozen eggs for about $5. So you can see that it is very easy for us to recover our cost on our chicken economy. The second topic I want to discuss is how we raise our own free chicks. We get free chicks two ways. Look back at our YouTube videos about incubating chicks. Mr. Rueffer shows you exactly how to be successful. We have incubators that run from electricity, but Mr. Rueffer is studying how to run them from solar energy. We will keep you posted. We have 2 incubators that will hatch chicks. Each incubator will hatch about 30 chicks in 21 days. So that means about 60 chicks in 21 days. So let's do a little math for a minute. Just say that you hatched 60 chicks for 6 months of the year. That would be 360 chicks. And let's just say that half of those were roosters. That is 180 roosters that you can process for your family each year. That is a great and efficient food system. The second way we get free chicks is to allow broody hens to hatch eggs. Now, most people don't know that modern chickens have been bred not to set on eggs. We hope that you are fortunate enough to have a broody hen. Please leave a comment below and let us know what breeds of chickens you think are most likely to sit. This method is easy because the hen raises the chicks and they are so happy to have a mother to keep them warm. And it also is very easy for you. The third topic I want to discuss about our chicken economy is eggs. And eggs are a nutrient-dense food, and we rely heavily on this food source for our family. Mr. Rueffer eats 4 fried eggs every morning when he first wakes up. The fourth topic is how we provide meat for our family for free, basically. When you're incubating or raising chicks, you are going to end up with about half roosters. But we don't mind at all because we will take those roosters and they will, while our cow is in milk, there's lots of insects in the spring and summer. And in the fall, we will harvest them for our chicken meat and bone broth. And also the non-laying hens, they are great for stewing and for broth. The fifth way that our chickens really help us out is we use our chicken tractors to produce fertilizer for our orchard and garden. We have these mobile chicken coops and we move them throughout the year, and we move them, beside the peach trees, the blackberry vines, the pears, and then we are moving them around in our gardens all the time. And also another benefit is these chickens are cleaning up, debris from the garden. They're finding, insects that may be harmful. But I really, when we're getting a garden, ready to plant, I just send the chickens in and let them get it ready. They get the soil all loose and ready for me. We also have our chickens strategically placed where they can go around our gardens, and they kind of act as a barrier to keep out insects such as grasshoppers. And we are in Texas in a semi-arid environment, and there are lots of grasshoppers. In conclusion, chickens are a great way to provide a very rewarding food system for your family. This system will give you food security and help lessen your dependence on others. From our Texas Hill Country farmstead to you, have a blessed day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.